Cecil, sit down here. I want to practice something on you.
You want to practice something on me? Do I look like a piano?
No, but you're a little out of tune. Isn't that clever?
Don't be a smarty now. What do you want to practice on me?
Oh, something.
Why the silly look? Are you sick or something?
Of course not.
Well, what are you looking at me that way for? You know what you look like?
No. What do I look like, Cecil? Different?
Yes. Have you ever seen an owl in the daytime? You know how they close their eyes and open them again? Like a slow-motion picture? Well, what are you doing that for?
Oh, Cecil, I always close them slowly like that. Didn't you know?
Don't try and fool me. I know better.
Oh, Cecil, you do not.
I know what you're trying to do.
What?
You're trying to hypnotize me. What have you been doing? Studying a book on hypnotism?
No, of course not.
Sally, have you got a pain anywhere? What are you heaving up and down about?
Why, I always breathe this way. Are you just noticing that?
You don't bat your eyes regularly. I'm going to bat you in the nose.
Oh, that's all right. I wouldn't mind.
Sally, you're acting funny.
No, I'm not, Cecil. Do you like it?
No. Snap out of it. Will you quit looking at me like a dying cat?
Why, Cecil? Do you feel funny when I look at you this way?
Yes. You give me the shivers. Stop it.
Around your heart, Cecil?
No, around my spine. Cut it out.
All right. Let's see now. Oh, yes. Cecil, I think you're the handsomest boy I've ever known.
You what?
Oh, yes. I think you're so good-looking.
Oh, who do you think you're kidding?
Oh, I wouldn't kid you, Cecil. You're too smart for that.
Are you being funny?
Oh, no. Cecil, you have the nicest eyes. Oh, goodness, you have the nicest eyes. Let me look at them.
What's the matter with my eyes?
Nothing. I like them.
They're the same eyes I've had all along.
Yes, and I've always liked them, too. Goodness, Cecil, you have such soulful eyes. Oh, my. When you look deep into my eyes, I feel just powerless.
Sally, what's the connection in all this?
Why, I don't understand, Cecil.
Neither do I. What's the score?
Oh, Cecil, you say the funniest things.
Sally, would you like to do me a favor?
Oh, sir, Cecil. Your least wish is my command.
Where'd you get that?
Oh, I always want to do what pleases you. Wait a minute. Oh, yes, that's right.
What have you got over there? A book?
Oh, no, Cecil, no. Isn't it a nice day?
Are you sitting on something?
No. Well, that is just a pillow.
Well, something's wrong. I feel strange.
Oh, Cecil, do you really feel strange? Honest?
What was the idea in making a lot of dirty digs at me?
Why, Cecil, I meant them, honest. Why, you know how good-looking you are. You can't help but know that.
Well, I haven't had any complaints about my face.
I should say not. It's really the nicest face I've ever seen. And it isn't often that a person has everything like you have. No, sir.
What do you mean, everything? What have I got?
Well, you have that sort of irresistible smile that makes a person like you right away. And you have nice eyes.
Oh, cut it out, Sally.
Why, Cecil, don't you like me to tell you about yourself?
I don't like to be razzed, and that's what you're doing.
Oh, I am not. I'm just telling you what everybody knows. It's no secret.
Well, it seems kind of funny that just this morning you should notice I have a face and a nose.
And Cecil, what a nose. It's so, I don't know, but it's really the nicest nose I've ever seen on a face. I don't know which I like the most, your chin or your nose.
What's the matter with my chin now?
Oh, it's perfect. There's some fuzz on it.
Whiskers, thank you.
And it shows a lot of determination.
Which, the whiskers or the chin?
The chin. Goodness, what a lot of character you have, Cecil. I'm proud to know you.
Sally, please stop that slow-motion eye movement, will you?
Well, my eyes are tired.
Now, what are you sneaking up on me for?
Oh, I'm not going to bite you.
Well, you're close enough. Hey, you've got the whole front steps to sit on. You don't have to crowd me off.
Oh, all right. Let's see now. Oh, yes. Cecil, there was something about you that attracted me the first time I saw you.
Oh, yes? I'll bite what?
Oh, I don't know. It was just something. I knew that you were different, not like the other boys I've known. You had brains, I could tell.
Well, I hope I've got brains. Some, anyhow.
Oh, Cecil, that's just another one of the things I like about you. You're so modest. Now you know how smart you are, and you act like you didn't know it. Oh, you Violet.
Huh. I don't mind being called some things, but I'm darned if I want to be called a violet.
Cecil, what do you want to do?
Well, I'd like to know what brought this all about. To hear you talk, you'd think I was a genius or something.
Well, you are perfect, Cecil. There's no getting away from it. You have everything. I'm so lucky to have you come over to see me, and I'm so proud.
Now, Sally, for the last time, cut it out. You keep on ribbing me, and I'm going to go.
Oh, Cecil, you don't want to go.
Well, you don't have to hand me a line at this late date.
But, Cecil, it's not a line. I'm glad that you come over here. I'm proud of you, honest I am. Someday you're going to be a smart man.
I thought I was already so perfect I couldn't be improved on.
Oh, yes, that's true, too, but, well, you see, you have to broaden out a little.
All right, just keep this up, and I'm going to make a dash for home.
Why, Cecil, you mean you don't like to know how good you are?
I don't like all these silly things you've been saying.
All right. If you don't want me to say anything more, I won't. I want to do what you want me to do.
Good, let's change the subject then. Who do you think will win the big football game this year?
What do you think, Cecil?
Oh, I think our state will win it. What do you think?
Well, if you think that, well, I do, too.
You don't have to agree with me.
Oh, yes, I do, Cecil. I mean, yes, I think that, too.
I wish I could have gotten a ticket.
So do I.
Let's go in the house a minute. I want to get a drink of water.
Oh, Cecil, let me get it for you. I'd just love to do something for you.
Well, let's stay where we are, though. We'll both go in a minute.
Oh, me, oh, my. Goodness, it's a nice day, isn't it? I just love days like this.
Cloudy, with no sun? I don't. I like real sunny days.
I do, too. Well, did I say I didn't? I mean that I do.
The first sunny day that I can, I'm going to strip and get a lot of sunburn.
Yes.
But there won't be many more nice days, I guess.
Oh, no.
What do you want to do, Sally? Stay out here and talk?
What do you want to do, Cecil?
What difference does it make? Haven't you got a mind of your own?
Well, I want to do what you want to do.
Why the sudden change? Usually we fight it out.
Oh, Cecil, I wouldn't argue with you. You're too masterful.
Now, there you go again. What's eating you, Sally? You're sick, I know.
What makes you think that, Cecil?
Well, you're saying a lot of nice things, and you agree with everything I say. You keep sneaking up on me and batting your eyes. What's the matter?
Oh, goodness. Well, I guess I'm just out $1.98.
Huh? What do you mean you're out $1.98?
Well, it didn't work. Look, Cecil, here.
A book? Where'd you get it? I knew you were sitting on something.
I sent away for it.
You paid $1.98 for this? Oh, for cat's sake. And what a title. How to Attract the Opposite Sex. What did you want it with this?
Oh, I just wanted it. Isn't it silly?
I should say so. So you sent away for this?
Yes, but I'm going to throw it away. I was practicing on you, and you didn't click at all. It's the bunk. Look, here it says if you want to make a young man notice you, flatter him. Agree with everything he says, and at the same time look mysterious. I did all that, and it only made you mad. Oh, it's a fake, and I'm just out $1.98.
Hello, Sally. How are you?
Just terrible, thank you.
Why? What's the matter?
Cecil, goodness, I'm so mad.
What are you on a high horse for?
Oh, it's Sybil. It's that girl next door.
Well, what about her?
She called me something.
Did you poke her one?
Oh, Cecil, of course not.
Well, I would if anyone called me a dirty name.
Oh, it wasn't that, Cecil.
What did she say to you?
Nothing.
Well, what the heck? You just said she called you something, and you're all hot about it.
Well, she didn't say anything to me. Goodness, I wouldn't even speak to her.
Will you get down to earth and explain what made you mad then?
Well, she said something about me to another girl, and that girl told it to a friend of hers, and then her sister heard it.
Yeah, and someone finally told you, huh?
Yes. And goodness, I'm so mad.
Oh, what do you care what she said? You don't like her and don't know her.
Well, she called me something that I hate to be called.
You shouldn't let little things like that bother you.
Well, I can't help it. You'd be mad, too, if she called you something you didn't like.
I never get mad at just old names. They don't mean a thing. What'd she call you?
A word that I just hate. It always makes me so... Goodness.
Oh, come on. What did she call you?
Well, she said that I was... Oh, wait, I'll get even with her.
What did she call you?
She said to this other girl that she didn't want to say anything, but...
Yeah, I know. That's the old stall. Of course, it's none of my business, but... Then the throat cutting begins. What did she say?
She told this other girl who told a girl who told her friend...
Are you going to tell me what she said or not?
She said that I was a little snip. There.
You're a what?
A little snip.
A snip? Ye gods, and that made you sore?
If there's anything I hate to be called, it's a little snip.
Oh, that's the craziest thing I ever heard of.
Well, if she thinks I'm a little snip, well, she can just think it.
Whoa, now, whoa. Calm down. A snip isn't anything.
It is, too. When anyone calls me that, I see red.
It doesn't mean a thing.
I don't care what it means. I don't like it. I never did like it, and I never will like it, so there.
Well, what does that make me?
And if I only knew some word that would make her mad, I'd tell the girl that told me to tell her sister, to tell her friend,
now,
to tell her
Now, wait a minute. It'd be shorter and quicker just to send her a note next door.
I wouldn't bother to write a note. She's not worth the trouble.
Well, let's go over and call on her then. No, we won't. Oh, you've got fire in your eyes. Snip.
Oh, how I detest that word.
Why get worked up over a little word? It doesn't mean that you are, whatever it is.
I'd like to call her something.
Call her a hussy. If I were a girl, I'd hate to be called a hussy.
Oh, that's a funny word, Cecil.
Oh, it's no funnier than snip.
Don't say that word. It makes cold chills run up and down my spine.
Oh, that's the silliest thing I ever heard of.
It is not. It's insulting, and I won't stand for it.
Well, you know what I think?
About what, Cecil?
I think you are a little snip sometimes.
Cecil, well, right to my face, too.
Sure. It doesn't mean anything. You do act kind of snippy sometimes.
Cecil, if you don't take that back, you can just go on home.
I won't take it back, and I can sit on this porch if I want to.
You cannot. This is my house.
It belongs to your uncle and not to you. And you're just acting snippy.
Cecil, I won't let you call me that. I won't stand for it.
Sit down here on the steps then and stop acting snippy.
If you say that word again, I'll scream.
Snip, 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 snip.
Very well, go ahead. Say it as much as you like. Be just as nasty as you want to.
Well, I don't like the word nasty, little snip.
Oh, you're so funny.
You don't look like you're having a good time.
You're so clever.
Well, you know, dearie, I think that girl, of course, don't tell us so, but well, dearie.
You sound like a sissy talking that way.
I sound like a what?
A sissy. That's what you are when you act like this.
Sissy. Sally, listen. If there's one thing I won't be called, it's a sissy.
Oh, you don't like to be called that, huh?
Makes me fighting mad. I've always hated that.
I thought that there were no words that could bother you.
Well, I forgot that one.
Then you don't like to be called a sissy.
I hate that word.
Hello, sissy, sissy, sissy.
Sally, you better cut it out now.
Oh, don't act like a sissy.
Now, Sally, you better stop.
You better stop biting your tongue, little sissy.
All right now. All right. If you say that word again, I'll...
What, Cecil, scream? That's what a sissy would do.
Oh, you're so funny.
You don't look like you're having a good time.
You're so clever.
I think so. Will you tell me something, Cecil?
Yes, I'll tell you again to quit razzing me.
No. Tell me. How does it feel to be a sissy?
I don't know because I'm not one.
Oh, yes, you are. I think you're one of the nicest sissies I know.
All right. Keep it up. Go ahead. Go ahead. Break the camel's back. Go ahead.
What's the matter? Are you going to cry, little sissy?
No. But just you wait. Just wait.
What do I wait for?
You know what I'm going to do?
You're going to bust a blood vessel if you don't stop breathing so hard.
I'll fix you. I'll get me a piece of chalk and you watch what I'll do.
Goodness, don't tell me you're going to eat a piece of chalk.
I'm going to come over here tonight and write snip, little snip, all over the sidewalk in front of your house.
Don't act like a grammar school kid, Cecil.
Well, you just call me that once more.
Sissy.
All right, you did, didn't you?
Sure. And if you write anything on my house, I'll tell Uncle Thomas.
I don't care. No one can call me that and get away with it.
I can. Hello, Sissy.
All right, now, you better stop it. I'm telling you.
Sissy, Sissy, Sissy.
Sally, I'm going to do something. Now, you...
Well, you started this. You called me a name that I hate.
I didn't start it. That girl next door did.
Oh, is that so, little Sissy?
You stop calling me that.
Sissy.
Little Snip.
Oh, I dare you to call me that again.
Little Snip.
Well, you did.
Little Snip.
You stopped calling me that.
Snip, Snip, Snip. The girl next door was right, Snippy.
Oh, you're just horrid, you old sissy.
You better watch out now.
I will not. And if you call me that again, I'll go right in the house.
You will? Snip? Well, why don't you go in?
I don't have to. This is my house, and you can't make me go in, sissy.
All right, there you go again. That's right. Keep it up till I lose control. And do something.
Sissy.
Snip.
Sissy.
Little Snip.
Sissy.
Little
Sissy.
Snip.
Sissy.
Little Snip.
Sissy.
Little
Sissy.
Snip, you little Snip.
Cecil Shortridge. I never want to speak to you again as long as I live.
That'll be too soon for me.
Well, are you going home?
No. Are you going in?
No. Will you be so kind as to stop whistling and tapping your foot? Oh, you're so funny. Well, go ahead and whistle. I hope you break a tonsil. Go ahead and whistle.
Hey, Sally. Let's cut out this squabbling.
Mr. Cecil, I'm not speaking to you.
That's not so.
It is, too.
Well, it's not because you just did.
Well, at least I'm polite. I answer you.
And there you go, talking some more.
You called me something I hate.
Well, so did you. But look, I'm bigger than you. I can forgive you.
I don't want to be forgiven.
Oh, come on, Sally. Be a sport.
I didn't ask you to come over here and insult me.
No, it was sort of an idea of my own.
I said I wasn't speaking to you.
Yeah, and every time you say it, why, you do. Don't snort at me. Only pigs snort.
So I'm a pig, am I?
No one called you a pig.
Don't make it worse by denying it, Cecil.
Well, at least you've decided to talk to me. Haven't you? Oh, don't shake your head. Only donkeys do that.
So I'm a donkey now. First a pig and then a donkey. Well, I like that.
I'm glad that you do. I was afraid you might not.
Cecil, you don't have to stay here and call me names.
I know I don't have to, and I'm not going to do it either. My gosh, I believe you like to start an argument.
I never start them. And if I did, why should I?
So you could get the thrill out of making up with me? Ha ha.
Oh, you conceited person. Well, I'll just tell you something.
Good. Make it a bedtime story.
This is one time I won't ever make up, so there.
Now, don't be silly, Sally.
And stop calling me names. I'm tired of it.
Well, I'm getting tired of trying to be nice, too.
I'd stop trying if I were you. Too much of an effort.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, that's so.
Well, darn it, I don't care if you are mad. I'm sorry I peeved you by calling you a little Snip.
Will you stop saying that horrid word?
I just started it in fun, and I apologized once. That's more than you did. And if you don't want to call it quits, it's okay with me.
Well, what are you going to do? Just sit there and pout?
No one's pouting.
I refuse to accept your apology.
Well, that's the last time you'll get it. Remember, you call me something that makes me fighting mad, too.
Well, I don't care. You made me.
Jiggers, there's your uncle, sitting next to the window.
Where? Oh, hello, Uncle Thomas. Well, Cecil, as I was saying, I wish you didn't have to go, and it's too bad you can't come back over tonight.
I didn't say anything like that. Oh, yes. Well, Sally, you misunderstood. I don't have to rush off. I enjoy sitting here on the porch with you.
Oh, yes, well, that's nice, isn't it?
Yes, I'm so glad to hear you say so.
Oh, goodness, it's so nice out. I wish we had time to do something.
Want to go for a ride?
No, thanks. Dinner will be ready pretty soon.
Well, that's that. Down one. Hey, what's the idea, Sally? Your uncle can't hear us.
Keep still. He can, too. Well, Cecil, I'm so glad you're a gentleman and don't go calling girls names that they hate.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that you're so glad.
Yeah. Well, only a very mean sort of person would do that.
That's right, Sally. And only a meaner one would call their guests names, too. Wouldn't they, Sally?
Yes. Oh, look, there's Mr. Mason watering his yard.
Yeah, I've seen it done before. It's very impolite when someone comes over to see a person for that person to call him a lot of names, isn't it?
Mr. Mason just loves to water his lawn.
I said it's not polite when someone calls on a person to have that person call him names, is it? What do you think?
Oh, yes. Well, yes, of course it wouldn't be polite.
And that person should apologize, shouldn't she?
Yes, Uncle Thomas. Uncle Thomas just smiled at me.
Yes, I noticed. Well, what do you think about it, Sally?
Well, some people say one thing, and then some say something else.
Well, in a case like that, don't you think there should be an apology?
Hello, Mr. Mason. I was saying hello to Mr. Mason next door.
What's his name?
Williams.
Well, what do you think? Don't you think she should apologize?
Why, yes, Cecil, dear. I think so. Is that all?
No. In a case of that sort, and I'm sure your uncle would agree with me, or shall I ask him?
No. Of course, this is just for example.
Oh, yes, this is just for instance. Well, in a case like that, the person who had someone over to see the first person, then she should apologize, shouldn't she?
Yes, I said yes once. Cecil, isn't it getting late?
We have a late dinner. I've got plenty of time. Then this person is in the wrong, isn't she?
Oh, my, it certainly is a nice day.
Yeah, but isn't she?
Isn't who what, Cecil?
Isn't that person? She's in the wrong, isn't she? And she has no right to get hi-hat, huh?
Goodness, Cecil, Uncle Thomas will think we're arguing. Can't you lower your voice?
Oh, we wouldn't argue. Ha, would we?
Why, of course not. Cecil, what were you saying? I mean, it's a nice day.
I was saying that person we were talking about is wrong then, huh?
Cecil, I'm afraid I have to go in now.
Good, I'll go in with you.
Well, I'll stay out here a little while longer then.
Well, is she? Ahem.
Don't try to attract attention, Cecil.
Well, is she right or wrong? Is she?
Why, yes.
Yes, what?
Why, yes, she would be wrong. And, well, are you satisfied?
Oh, boy, and how. I finally made you admit it.
Oh, you're so smart, Cecil. Goodness, you ought to pat yourself on the back.
Oh, you do it for me.
Just because Uncle Thomas happens to be within hearing distance, you take advantage of it. That's so clever.
Well, I don't think it's so dumb.
Well, I take back everything I said, so there.
Oh. I say, Sally, when you are in the wrong...
You don't need to holler, Cecil. Uncle Thomas has gone upstairs. He can't hear you.
Oh. I wondered why you changed your tune.
And I take back all the apologies that I gave.
You'll be an Indian giver.
Trying to make me appear in the wrong. Trying to let Uncle Thomas know that we were fighting.
Oh, were we fighting? I didn't know.
And if you have to go anywhere, don't let me keep you.
Don't worry, you wouldn't. But I haven't got a thing to do, so I might as well stick around here till I have to go home.
You must think that my house is a hotel.
Well, that's not a very good one.
You can just stop talking about my house.
It isn't your house, it's your uncle's.
Cecil, I don't want to talk to you.
No one's making you.
Why don't you go home?
'Cause I don't want to. Any more questions?
Yes. Did you ever try to act like a gentleman?
No, someday I'll try it. I'll bet it isn't any fun.
Well, you can just stay out here on the porch by yourself then.
Are you going someplace?
Yes, in the house.
Good, I'll go in with you.
If you do, I'll lock the door.
And I'll make such a noise that your uncle will want to know what's going on.
If you do, I'll tell him that I've asked you to go home and you won't do it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you to stop acting like a baby.
Oh, so I'm a baby, am I?
You're worse than that. Oh, come on, Sally. Let's make up.
Not in a million years.
That's a kind of long time.
If I go in the house, are you going to follow me?
Sure.
Well, I'll stay out here then.
Good. That saves me the trouble of getting up.
If that's the case, I will go in the house.
All right. Maybe I need to exercise. I've been sitting here too long.
Then I'll stay here.
I wish you'd make up your mind.
Well, that would be more than you could do.
How come?
You haven't got one to make up.
Oh, aren't you getting nasty?
You're just impossible. I wish I knew how I could hurt you.
Try throwing rocks at me.
You're too thick-skinned. You can't even be insulted.
All right, now, that's enough. I've had enough. If you don't know when enough's enough, well...
Well, I don't know.
And I've tried to make peace, but no, you don't want it. You want to fight. You love to fight.
Oh, I do not.
And you love to argue. I guess I've been seeing too much of you.
Well, you know how to stop that, don't you?
Well, I'm going home.
Fine.
Right away.
Good.
And if I can't come over here without getting on your nerves, well, I guess it's time for me to stop coming over.
Well, I guess it is.
I'll give you one more chance.
I don't want it.
All right. Don't say I didn't give you a chance to apologize.
Don't worry, I won't.
Sally. Why do you act so silly? I swear, I've never seen anyone that looked so much like an angel and acted so much like
Be careful, Cecil.
Well, anyhow, anyone that looks so darn cute and sweet could be so mean and unfair and unreasonable and cross and stubborn. I can't see.
Oh,
Goodbye.
Cecil, you weren't going, were you?
Yes. I'll be over again year after next.
Oh, Cecil, what'd you say about me?
I said you acted the worst of any girl I've ever seen.
Oh, no, I mean something else.
I've forgotten.
Did you say you thought I was sweet, Cecil?
No.
Oh, yes, you did. I'm sorry. You don't have to go, do you, Cecil? That's right. Stay here and we'll visit a little more. Cecil, you know I just love to fight with you.
You must. That's the only reason I can think of.
Oh, Cecil, you're so funny.
Yeah, and unreasonable.
I didn't say that, Cecil.
No, but you were, and I saved you the trouble.
You know why I like to fuss with you once in a while?
Well, you don't need any practice, I know that.
No, it's so much fun making up.
Oh, it is, huh?
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll stage a big battle someday, and then you can have a wonderful time.
Well, I don't mean that I like to fuss, but...
I'll bring over a baseball bat and hit you in the nose. Golly, won't we have a great time making up?
Oh, Cecil, you say the funniest things.
Well, I'm glad this business is all washed up anyhow.
And to think that the girl next door started it all. Goodness.
We ought to go over there and throw rocks at her window.
Oh, goodness, wouldn't that be fun, Cecil?
Yeah, but I don't think we better.
Oh, I would, Cecil. I'd just as soon.
I know it. I didn't even mean to think of it.
You know, Cecil, I'd hate to be like that girl next door.
She just wasn't brought up right like we were.
You know, I knew the first time I saw her that she wasn't nice.
What do you mean?
Oh, that she's mean and conceited.
Who told you?
Oh, nobody. I can read character.
Where'd you learn?
Her eyes are too close together.
How do you mean?
Well, they're just too close together, that's all.
Well, she didn't put her eyes in her face.
Well, they're too close together and too small.
She looks all right. I didn't notice.
Oh, you wouldn't notice things like that, Cecil.
Oh, I notice a lot of things.
That's a bad sign when your eyes are too small.
She ought to wear magnifying glasses.
That shows that she is conceited.
How do you know?
Well, I know. I can read character, Cecil. Everything shows in our face.
Nothing shows in my face. I washed it before I came over here.
I can tell by looking at a person whether they're all right or not.
How did you get so smart?
Oh, I've always been smart, Cecil, but I improved on it.
And you can tell all about a person by looking at them?
Well, nearly all.
Can you tell what they had for dinner?
I can tell whether you can trust them or not.
You ought to get a job in a bank.
Oh, it's easy, Cecil. All you have to do is study people and read a book that tells you how.
Well, just because that girl's eyes are small, that means she's a lowbrow, huh?
No, it means that she's either very mean or very generous, and I think it must be mean.
Just by looking at her eyes. Well,
Oh, no, Cecil. You have to study all the eyes and the ears and noses.
oh, you go over the whole map. That's the idea.
Yeah, and I'm seldom wrong, Cecil.
Oh, you're never wrong, Sally. Oh, you're a whiz.
Thanks. And you look at people's ears, too.
And if they're dirty, that's a sign they didn't have any soap.
You can tell just what a person is by their ears, too.
Suppose they haven't got any ears. What then?
Oh, Cecil, everybody has ears.
Oh, they could be chopped off or something. Then how would you read character?
Oh, Cecil, how horrible. No one chops off ears.
They did in history.
Well, they don't anymore.
I guess reading character must have been a hard job in the old days.
I don't know. I didn't live then.
They used to chop people's heads off, too. That'd make it even harder to read character, wouldn't it?
Cecil, please talk about something pleasant.
All right. How can you tell what a person is like by their ears?
Well, you can.
But I can't. That's why I'm asking.
Well, if they have small ears, they're stingy.
Who said so?
The book I read and what I know of people.
Are my ears small?
No.
Are they big?
No.
Well, what are they?
They're just right.
Thanks. Well, what does it mean when your ear itches?
You have an itch. That's simple.
Oh, so little ears mean you're stingy.
Well, of course, there are exceptions.
What does it mean if a person has great big ears?
Oh, they're very generous.
Oh, big ears mean a lot of generous nature, huh?
Sir, every time.
What a big-hearted animal a donkey must be.
Oh, Cecil, everything on your face gives something away.
Ooh, what a generous face I've got. What's it giving away now?
Oh, Cecil, I mean it tells a story.
I hope it's a good story.
Now, you take when a person hasn't got any chin.
That have a hard time drinking soup.
Well, that shows their weak need.
Oh, so no chin means weak knees. Well.
I mean, it shows weakness, you know.
And what about a big chin? One that sticks out like this. Look.
That shows determination.
Yeah, and lots of lower teeth, too.
Now, the girl next door hasn't much chin.
Oh, she has, too. She's got a nice chin. It's cute.
Now, Cecil, I know what I'm saying.
Oh, all right. What kind of a chin have I got?
Well, let's see now. Well, I would say you have a fighter's chin.
Oh, I'm tough.
But at the same time, it's sort of like a girl's.
I've got a chin like a girl? Rat.
I mean, it's round.
Well, what does it mean?
It means that you're all right.
Fine, that's good. I'm glad to know it.
And noses, Cecil. You can tell everything by a person's nose.
You can't tell how old they are.
Well, you can tell most everything else.
Don't tell me.
Oh, yes. Do you know what a red nose means?
A bad cold.
No. Of course not.
Well, it does sometimes.
Now, you take a person with a red nose.
Thank you, but I don't want a person with a red nose.
I'm just telling you something, silly.
And don't call me silly.
Oh, all right. Well, anyhow, you can tell a whole lot from the shape of a person's nose.
Well, what kind of a nose have I?
You have a romantic nose.
So I've got a romantic nose. Well, what's romantic about it?
The shape.
Must be in a terrible shape, then.
Well, you have. I can tell by the way your nose wrinkles when you're mad. It sort of quivers.
What do you think I am, a rabbit?
Oh, it's the truth, Cecil. Now, you see my nose? Look.
What there is of it.
Well, my nose shows brains. I'm a deep thinker.
I know the book is wrong now.
No, it isn't. If I weren't clever, how could I tell people's characters by their features?
And that little snub nose of yours means you're clever.
Well, that and some other things.
Well, reading character by your features is all wet then.
Oh, no, it isn't, Cecil.
There's nothing to it. It's a big fake.
Cecil, I know what I know.
Yeah, and that's nothing to brag about.
A nose like mine shows brains.
A nose like yours shows that it was stunted in its growth.
Goodness, you wouldn't want me to have a big nose, would you?
Oh, it's not that. I wouldn't care if you were old Princess Eaglebeak herself. I say that it's a bum system.
It's a good system, and it's been working for years.
Do you mean to tell me that... Oh, rats.
And not only that, I have a sense of humor.
Where does that show?
Round my eyes. That's where. See? Right here.
Bunk. Oh, there's nothing to it. Do you think I believed you?
Well, don't you? I'm not making anything up.
No, I don't, It's a jip.
But, Cecil, I tell you I read it in a book, and I know. I always judge a person by their eyes.
I guess if you didn't ever see me before, I guess you could tell all about me with just one good look.
Well, sir, why not?
Will you pardon me while I snicker?
You can snicker all you want to. It's the truth. I can tell by your eyebrows that you're very strong.
Which eyebrow are you looking at?
Yes, both of them. They show that you have power, lots of it.
Power? What do you mean, power? What kind of power? Horsepower?
There will be lots of people attracted to you. It shows in your eyebrows. All the famous lovers of history had eyebrows like you have.
I never noticed my eyebrows before.
Well, it's not that alone. It's the way your hair grows from the center of your forehead. You're the type that everyone likes, especially the opposite sex. It's a gift. It shows in your face. But of course you won't believe me.
Why, of course I believe you. Why shouldn't I? It's a good system. It's been working for years. Tell me, Sally, what do my eyes tell? I mean, do they show a lot of brains? You know, deep thinker? I want to find out all about this.